Absolutely. Well, good evening and thank you. I'm Vikki Goodwin. I'm serving my first term in the Texas legislature, and I appreciate you hosting this forum tonight to allow listeners to hear my positions on marijuana. I want to start with my voting record. During session, I voted for 3 bills that are relevant here. First, I voted for the expansion of medical marijuana. That expansion could have gone further, so there's more work to do. Texans with cancer, chronic pain, or PTSD should have access to a full spectrum of medical cannabis with their physicians making dosing decisions. Also, next session, we need to make it easier for doctors to prescribe. Right now, they have to spend thousands of dollars to get on the compassionate use registry. Second, I voted for the legalization of hemp, which also makes CBD oil legal. And there are so many combinations of oils that can help with a variety of ailments. And third, I voted for the decriminalization of small amounts of marijuana. That bill passed the House, but Lieutenant Governor wouldn't hear the bill in the Senate, so it died after a lot of work by Representative Moody and many others. We should continue to work to change the law so that the possession of less than 1 ounce of marijuana does not result in jail time or a criminal record. Like most people, I understand that recreational marijuana is not different than enjoying alcohol to relax and unwind. Marijuana can be abused just like alcohol can be abused. I believe in individuals taking responsibility and allowing adults 21 and older to possess limited amounts of marijuana and establishing a system in which marijuana is regulated and taxed similarly to alcohol. I was very impressed with the information presented by Texans for Responsible Marijuana Policy during the recent candidate briefing. From the cannabis primer to the extensive information on federal and state policies and desired changes, the information makes my job easier, so it's greatly appreciated. Now to tell you a little bit about myself and my goals. I'm a mom, a wife, a small business owner, and a public servant. My oldest son just graduated from medical school, so we've had conversations about medical marijuana. He agrees that it needs to become easier to do clinical trials to understand all the ways that marijuana might be used to treat patients. I have several friends with MS, and I think all of them have tried some form of marijuana as an aid in their pain management. Some are more adamant in their support of marijuana, but they all believe, as I do, that we should do more research and use this plant that is so abundant and relatively easy to grow. My mom died of cancer in 2014, and I can recall how severe her pain became and the negative side effects of all the pain medication she was taking. Maybe some form of marijuana could have helped her, but because we aren't doing research on it, we just don't know, and that should change. There's also an opportunity with expanding medicinal marijuana or legalizing recreational marijuana. No one ever wants to hear about taxes, but as with cigarettes or alcohol, the sale of marijuana could generate some tax revenue. Additionally, it could cut down on the illegal drug trade. I don't want to make it sound like this will fix all our problems because I think that's unrealistic. I've watched documentaries about how things are going in other states where marijuana is legal, and there's still some issues to overcome. Nevertheless, there are opportunities and advantages to decriminalizing marijuana and making it legal for recreational purposes. I look forward to continuing to work with you all on these issues. However, first I have to win re-election to the Texas House. I'm in a tight race with Justin Berry, who's an Austin police officer. While I won my election against a Republican in 2018, that doesn't guarantee a win this time around. I've been working with a number of groups who share my values to make phone calls to voters in my district. I'm aligned with teachers and public school advocates in my support for public education and ensuring all kids get the best education possible. I'm also endorsed by the Climate Cabinet because I know how critical it is to address the issue of climate change while there's still time. A couple of other really important issues we'll be working on next session are redistricting and access to affordable health care. So we're going to have a full agenda during what is likely to be a very unusual session in 2021. And I will be right there with you in support of expanding the legalization of marijuana. Thanks for your time.